There are films that scare you, but then there are films that terrify you. These films fall into the latter. Once watched, they will linger in your mind, never leaving your side ever. So viewers' discretion is advised. Watch them at your own risk. 1. The Shining, 1980. It goes without saying that Shining, the 1980 horror classic directed by Stanley Kubrick, is one of the most iconic horror films ever made. Praised for its psychological depth and unsettling atmosphere, it is considered a landmark film in the genre, and its influence can be seen in many modern horror films. The movie follows Jack Torrance, a troubled writer and recovering alcoholic, as he takes a job as a winter caretaker at the isolated Overlook Hotel. His young son, Danny, has a special gift known as the Shining, which allows him to see the horrific events that have taken place in the hotel's past. As Jack and Danny descend into the madness of isolation and supernatural forces, the audience is taken on a journey of psychological horror and suspense. Shining is a film that stands the test of time and continues to haunt audiences to this day. A must-watch. 2. Psycho, 1960. Horror recommendation without mentioning Psycho is a sham, just because of how influential it has been ever since its release. The movie is a masterpiece of suspense and terror, incredible storytelling. The story follows Marion Crane, a young woman who impulsively steals a large sum of money from her employer and flees to a remote motel. Little does she know that the motel is run by the creepy and mysterious Norman Bates, a disturbed young man with a dark past. The film is a masterclass on creating a sense of dread and suspense. From the first scene to the last, the audience is constantly on the edge of their seats, and don't even get us talking about the twists and turns that you will encounter in the film. If you haven't watched it, go watch it now. 3. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is another classic horror film that shocked everyone who saw it when it was released. According to Quentin Tarantino, if there ever was a perfect film, it is this one. One of the main reasons why the Texas Chainsaw Massacre works best is its realistic portrayal of horror. The film is set in rural Texas and features a family of cannibals led by the iconic Leatherface, who are terrorizing a group of unsuspecting teens. The film was made in the 70s, a time before cell phones, GPS, and other technology, making the film incredibly suspenseful, especially for today's audience. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre has left a lasting legacy. The film has inspired numerous sequels and remakes, as well as a wide range of merchandise. It has also been featured in various video games and television shows, making the film an iconic part of horror culture around the world. 4. Hereditary, 2018. Hereditary is a modern masterpiece. It is a unique blend of psychological horror, supernatural horror, and family drama, all with a strong emphasis on character development. While many horror films rely on jump scares and graphic violence to terrify their viewers, Hereditary uses a much more subtle approach to create an atmosphere of dread and unease. The movie follows the Graham family as they attempt to cope with the unexpected passing of their beloved grandmother. As the family struggles to find closure, strange occurrences begin to occur, leading them to uncover a dark and twisted family history. Director Ari Aster does an excellent job of creating a sinister tone throughout the entire movie. As the story progresses, the tension builds to an almost unbearable level, leaving the viewer feeling incredibly unsettled. It is a movie that one should avoid watching at night. It is very, very scary. 5. Wailing, 2016. Wailing is a 2016 South Korean horror movie directed by Hong Jin-na. It was a critical and commercial success and has become one of the most acclaimed horror movies of the decade. The movie tells the story of a rural village in South Korea which is plagued by mysterious deaths and illnesses. Jong-gu, a local policeman, investigates the situation and soon discovers that the cause of the strange occurrences is a mysterious woman living in the nearby woods. The movie blends an effective horror story, suspense, and mystery, creating a dark and oppressive atmosphere. Of the film is dark and oppressive. Even when the movie isn't scaring you, it still feels like something is lurking in the shadows, which for a horror movie is a great sign. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, we suggest you check out the previous video on Top 5 Hit Films by Hollywood.